Hello everyone, Cherie Wayman here from Fanklemade. Today I want to show you how to make a Valentine's card. There aren't too many pieces that you need for this card, but what we need to start with is some scissors to cut with, a pencil to draw a heart, a felt tip pen, I'm using a black one, to write onto the card, some glue to stick down the heart, and this is a photo glue. It could be foam pads you use or a craft glue. On top of that we'll need a card base, and this can be purchased through stationers in packs and they come with the envelopes, or you can make your card yourself. It doesn't have to be this shape. An A5, which is an A4 sheet folded in half, is quite a good size because you quite often get envelopes at that size. And you want some red paper or red card that you can draw a heart out onto. If you don't have red coloured card or paper, you can paint on it or use a felt tip pen to colour it in. There are ways through, or take it through your printer and print out a heart directly from there if you've got that opportunity. And you may need a rule as well, so with all of those we should be able to get started now. First of all, we want to draw the heart, and to do that we're having this piece of paper, and you don't have to fold it completely in half. In fact, you want the fold of it to be less than half the width of the card. So with that in mind, let's make it that width and check to see, yes, it's less than half. We don't want the heart extending past the card base. Next we want to draw the heart, and from the folded line we want to start from the fold and create the curve. I want a nice fat heart, but I think I've got it too sharp up here, so I'm going to adjust that. And make the heart there. Let's see how that sits on the card. That's too large. And the good thing about this paper is we can keep trying till we get it right. So, bearing in mind the size of the paper, I've just marked that on there. I'm going to bring it down a bit, so I'm shortening it, making it round. I think that's the one I want to follow. That's very messy, but let's see how we go. If that confuses you, just get yourself an eraser and rub out and start again. Now, with the hand that's holding the paper, use that to move the paper around and keep your scissors in one place, and that makes it easier to control the paper and get smooth cuts. And there we have a heart. Present it to the card again, and that's not bad at all. But I still want it smaller. So again, just going inside of the cut lines and adjust it. You can draw it again if you want. I'm going to just freewheel. Yeah, that works better for me on this card. And I'm going to use that to draw a heart onto the red paper. Just hold the heart down and trace around with your pencil. Turning this round so you can see it It's not necessary for you to do this. If you can't draw one continuous line, do lots of little short ones, and then you'll find that quite easy to cut round as well. And once again, move your paper round, keep your scissors in the one place. I do go a little quiet when I'm doing this, so I apologise if you get radio silence. Okay, so there's the heart, and again present it onto the card, and that's a good size. What I also want to do is draw on the heart and onto the card. Now, if you're a little worried that drawing straight onto the card itself may spoil it, have another piece of card slightly smaller in size to the front, and you can draw on that and then stick that onto the card before you stick the heart on. What we want to achieve is the letter I, and what I'm going to do here, just so that I've got a guideline, is just put little corners in so I have an idea as to where the card is. So when I practice on here with the I know that it will work. This particular felt pen has two nibs on it. It's got the chisel top pen, and that will give you that sort of line, or the bullet one, which gives you a finer one. I think for the eye, I'm not going to freehand it. I will use a rule for that, so just as part of the practice, I don't want it to come right to the top and the bottom of the card. I want it about there, and let's just check how the heart goes, because I want it past the heart. Okay, so let's just put a line down. Would the chisel be better? Let's see. Yeah. I'm not doing straight lines for the eye, I'm giving it a nice little curve like that, both top and bottom. And what I will be doing is writing U here, and this is the I. I'm going to write love in the heart and then U there and put an X. So I've got to fit all of that onto the base of this card. So let's give myself a little bit of space there, so I know the I is going to start slightly over to the left of the half of the card, so that I can fit in the U and the little kiss. Okay, let's go for it. I want it quite free, I'm not looking for perfection here. Right in the U. That just fits. I might make that heart just a little bit smaller. And to do that, I'm going to just bring it down and draw around that. Find my pencil. Sorry, I've come off the screen. There we go. So this goes to show that it's not set in stone. Once you cut it out once, you still have some play time with it. That fits better. I just need to tidy up those edges. A little bit of a sharp edge there, just getting that bit of paper out of the way. That's better. And I want love in here, and again, if you're not certain about your handwriting, practice on the scrap paper. And on the heart, that will help a little bit, gives you an idea of how big you want it written and whether you want to have it as an angle or straight across. I'm just going to go straight across. Not sure if you saw that too well, but I'll try and make sure you see it on the red one. Okay, and finally you stick it to the card, and you can, as I say, use any sort of adhesive that you like. I'm going to use glue rather than the foam pads on this occasion, just to show you that you shouldn't glue right up to the edge. Try and keep the glue inside the heart, because you can shuffle the paper around once you get it onto the card to push the glue out. And you can see that this is quite runny glue, so you don't want it seeping over the edge. If you think it's a little bit too much on your scrap paper, just take a little bit off. And, sorry, bring the card into shot. And I'm putting it reasonably central on the eye. It doesn't need to be. And there we have a Valentine's card. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have, please don't forget to subscribe. My name is Cherie Wayman and my business is Fanklemade. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.